All right, so just letting your sits bones root down into your cushion and letting the lower body start to get heavy. So feeling some relaxation in your thighs, letting everything get heavy. Letting the shoulders relax down the back. Relaxing the lower jaw from the upper jaw. So we're both letting everything relax, and we're also keeping this alertness through our torso. And so you might feel a gentle extension of the spine as the chin gently tucks, back of the neck lifts. Noticing in the lower belly if there's any tightening or tension, and see if you can just relax the abdomen. And bringing the awareness to your forehead. Just inviting a softness. It's like an energy massage to your forehead and around your eyelids, down your cheeks. Inviting like a wave of softness to just continue down through the body. And we're going to work with exploring 3 different points for our breath, seeing which one connects with you most. And so beginning, bringing your awareness to the nose, and feel the breath moving in and out of your nose. And so where this is different than breath work is we're not forcing the breath, we're not moving the breath, we're just noticing. And so keeping the awareness, just sensing the sensation, the coolness as it enters the nostrils and moves back out. And practicing here. Sometimes it helps to just say breathing in, breathing out, or inhaling, exhaling. So giving a few moments to see if you can keep your attention on your breath through your nose. what you might have already noticed is that the mind has a tough time just keeping it on the inhale and the exhale. It wants to go somewhere else, to plan, to ruminate, to judge. And so the practice is really noticing when the mind has wandered. Sometimes I like to even say thinking or judging or planning. And then use that as a cue to just bring it back. Breathing in and breathing out. And as you're breathing, continuing to invite relaxation through the body. And then go ahead and move the awareness from your nose and bring it down into your chest. And this time, see if you can feel the breath at your chest. And so you might kind of notice an expansion when there's an inhale and a release of that on the exhale. And the same practice here, we're just kind of bringing this a little bit more into our bodies. And sometimes this can help to stay connected to it more than up in our heads, like our nose. And so some space to practice breathing in, breathing out. Noticing when the mind wanders and coming back to your breath in your chest. Breathing in, breathing out. And then bringing the awareness from your chest down into your lower belly. And same thing, just noticing the breath from your low belly. Noticing just how this experience is different. And same practice, noticing staying with your low belly and bringing yourself back when the mind goes into planning, judging, ruminating. And I might do that 25 times in a minute. Really knowing that there's not a right way, that there's not a good meditator. So letting go of any judgment if that's there. And then picking one of those points that feels most connected to you today. So maybe it's your nose, your chest, your lower belly. Which one felt connective, nourishing, supportive? And kind of use that as your own anchoring point to come back to if you need to resettle as we move throughout this practice. And so just come back to it right now, wherever that point was for you. And then from that point, of inviting in with each inhale this sense of an elongation through the spine. So this kind of energizing energy as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, letting tension release downwards. So breathing in kind of an energizing upward quality, and breathing out a relaxing downward energy. And from your anchor, just taking a few moments to explore what that's like. Inhale, energizing. Exhale, letting tension relax. It's like an inward sigh. And then together we're going to take a conscious breath into the nose and letting that all go. And so kind of moving into this next portion. There's a quote I love by author unknown. It says, "You can't improve what is perfect. You can only see it and come to realize your own perfection." We don't have to achieve it. We just have to realize what's already here. And so invitation right now to bring up that place in your life where you're feeling not good enough, where you're kind of feeling any sort of animosity or kind of whatever that thing that you shared with in our circle. and just be with it, not needing it to change, not needing it to go away, just sensing as you be with it what's happening in your body. Noticing the temperature, noticing if there's any contractions or tightness. Noticing if there's an emotion that's getting stronger. And just being with it. And if you need, reconnecting with that anchor, chest, nose, or belly, and breathing and being with this energy, this feeling of deficiency or lack. And then just let that go for now. We're going to come back to it in a moment. What I'm going to invite you to do is, in your mind's eye, so in your imagination, visualize that you have walked into a room. And in the room, you notice is a crib. As you walk over, you see that there's a little baby in this crib. And so it could be whatever baby comes to mind. Maybe it's your child when they were a baby. Maybe it's someone you know. Maybe it's someone you just imagine, any baby. And as you witness this new life, sense what it evokes in you. There's typically like a playfulness. There's an innocence. We naturally smile when we see a baby. Really just letting it remind you of kind of the purity, the essence, the innocence. You probably won't say that this baby is not good enough in some way. And you can sense that here. And so to connect with kind of the truth of this, I'm going to invite you to share some words with this new life. And you're welcome to do it silently in your head. You're welcome to just feel like you're sending this energy toward it. Or you can just listen to the words as I share them and just let them resonate in any way that they want to resonate. And so sharing with this child, you don't have to prove yourself to anyone. Your presence in this world is enough. I love you for who you are. Your light shines brighter than you can see. You are so loved. I'm just doing that one more time, noticing what that's like. Just sharing with this baby. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. Your presence in this world is enough. I love you for who you are. Your light shines brighter than you can see. You are so loved. And as you share this space, realize that we, at some point, were this little new life. And we had that innocence, that essence that's still been there. And so what happens is that the child comes out of the crib, and what emerges is a childhood version of you. Whatever age comes to mind, 5, 10, 12, 13. Maybe an age when you can still remember some of that innocence, or maybe an age where you just lost some of that innocence. And just be with this child version of you and just see what that's like. Notice what comes up. There might be a resistance, there might be an opening to witness yourself at this age, at this little girl or boy. Maybe you can kind of relax into your heart as you be with them, and sharing those same words and intentions that you shared with the new life. Saying to them, reminding them, you don't have to prove yourself to anyone. Your presence in this world is enough. I love you for who you are. Your light shines brighter than you can see. You are so loved. And just notice if that's easy for you, if it's meaningful for you, or maybe there's a resistance. And just welcome whatever it's like. But you can't improve what is perfect. You can only see it and come to realize your own perfection. And so sharing with the child version of you one more time. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. Your presence in this world is enough. I love you for who you are. Your light shines brighter than you can see. You are so loved. And just taking a moment to give this version of you any love or care that he or she needs. And then go over and I can just give them a hug. And imagine as you hug them, they kind of morph back into your adult body. And as that part of us is, still in our adult body. And then just let go of the room and just be here right now. And bringing back that area of life where you're feeling that sense of lack or not enoughness. And just noticing how it feels to relate to it right now. Maybe it's different, maybe it's not. And then seeing what it's like to just give yourself those words and intentions. Let them penetrate within. Sharing with yourself, I don't have to prove myself to anyone. My presence in this world is enough. I love me for who I am. My light shines brighter than I can see. I am so loved. Breathing in, doing that one more time. I don't have to prove myself to anyone. My presence in the world is enough. I love me for who I am. My light shines brighter than I can see. I am so loved. Stay connected to your breath anchor. And giving yourself anything else you might need right now. And just noticing what it's like to be with that not enough part, not enough voice. And then for the next minute or 2 minutes, the invitation to stay with your breath, to maybe work with another one of those affirmations, or to just rest in silence, so just kind of letting everything settle for another minute or so before we come back from this practice.